number 2014-0410, Parish President remarks and report. Mr. St. Pierre.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Last week, the parish employees delivered over 800 toys to the Children's Hospital. The kids, as well as their parents, were elated. Each child was able to select up to 6 toys. One child, who is a cancer patient, described the experience as the best day of my life. Thanks to everyone who donated to make these kids happy and the Planning and Zoning Department for their special efforts. Special thanks to Kenny Gritty, who kind of ramrodded this project, and the employees with the Parks and Restoration Department for their diligent work in helping to collect the toys. Our Christmas luncheon, thanks to the 508 seniors that came out to the annual Senior Citizens Luncheon. What a great turnout. Also, thanks to all the sponsors and volunteers who helped make this luncheon a success. I'd like to thank all my appointed people who took a day off from their work, a day of vacation, to come out and help serve these citizens. That was a great show of love. Toys and Gift Fund, the 2000 annual St. Charles Toy and Gift Fund was held this past Saturday. The event would not be possible without the financial support of the United Way of St. Charles, the St. Charles Rotary Club, and other donors. We cannot thank Valero enough for their assistance. They provided much of the manpower and all of the food provided for families and the volunteers. Approximately 1,600 children were served, and many had the pleasure to having their pictures taken with Santa Claus. Other volunteers from the following made this event possible: RSVP, Hornville High School Interact Club, J.B. Martin Beta Club, R.K. Smith Beta Club, Hornville High School Alternative Class, Festival of Charities, and the Holy Family. The Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting has been awarded to the Parish of St. Charles by the Governing Finance Office Association of the United States and Canada for a comprehensive annual financial report. The Certificate of Achievement is the highest form of recognition in the area of governmental accounting and financial reporting, and represents a significant accomplishment by the government and its management. An award for financial achievement has been awarded to the individual department of agency designed by the government as primary responsible for providing this award. This has been presented to the Department of Finance, St. Charles Parish. So I have this award. Grant, would you please come up and accept that?
Yeah. Thank you, Parish President and Council. I know y'all are getting sick of me coming up here. So they had another award for the Finance Department. This is actually the 18th consecutive time we've won this for the audit. So luckily, we're renovating the 3rd floor to make room for our trophy room on finance. I'm kidding. Maybe so, yeah. No, actually what they do now is they give us one award. It's a big piece of granite, and then each year they send us a number, and we just paste it on the wall. So accountants, we try to make room. But in all seriousness, this is a very prestigious award, and every year, we work hard to get it. You're not guaranteed to get the award. They give you 100 different instructions on what new you can do and how to make the report better. It's not just using Tristan's aunt to make a really awesome picture, which we get more compliments on that than more people look at the cover than they do at the actual report, which is okay. But it's been, it's always a chore every year, and we work with the auditors. And being an auditor myself, working on both ends, it's it's just a very big deal, and it's really just a testament to the finance department, and everybody comes together and works on it. There's not one person that does it. We all work on it. And every year, it's we get to be honored with stuff like this, and it really is just a tremendous honor. And I want to thank y'all again.
Special recognition. Last week, Bobby and Buddy and I were at lunch at the Travel Center. We happened to run into Paul Robichaud, who's on the one of the port directors, board members in our operational meeting. Robbie Brew had said we had a major problem at the water intake structure on the East Bank. There was a log 3 foot in diameter, as you see on this picture, about 40 foot long, that was wedged inside the intake, and didn't know how to get it out. It probably cost us about $30,000 or $40,000. Paul made a call to Mitch Smith with the port, and he got a hold of Captain Poche of the South Louisiana Port Commission, went out there with the boat with our people cutting the log, and they're pulling it out. They were able to do it in a couple hours. So really want to send out a great appreciation to the Port Commission for helping us out to save us about $20,000 or $30,000. Update on the levee, very few updates from our last one. Approximately 18,000 cubic yards of embankment remains to be placed in the levee section. Remaining items of work include levee embankment, sand hauling, and installation of new maintenance roadways, and completing the swale ditches excavated around the perimeter of the future pond area. We will submit to the LDQ for a final review and authorization to advertise for bid within the next 2 weeks. On the Ellington phase, the preliminary design substantial of the Cousins and Pumping Station T-wall structures have been completed, and final design has begun, with about 90% design deadline scheduled for February of 2015. Design of the T-wall at the gas line pipelines crossing will be initiated once the gas company's elevation surveys are completed, which will indicate the depth of these pipelines. Preliminary design documents for the Ellington Pump Station has been reviewed. Final design of the Ellington Pump Station has begun, with 90% design deadline scheduled for 2015. Magnolia, the only thing we changed, within 13 remaining boards to be taken upon the resolution of the right-of-ways, and a design will begin in earnest once the topographical survey is complete. Task order for the design of the parity control structure has been issued. Conceptual design is scheduled to begin in January of 2015. Sunset, the only thing we have new is all land and water borings have been completed. Lab work is estimated to be complete. Date is January 2015. Engineering analysis ongoing with the estimated completion date of April 2015. That concludes my report, Madam Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. St. Pierre. We're going to open the floor for some questions. Mr. Hogan.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I'd like to thank V.J. and the Public Works Department for going and trim those bushes that were an issue on Wisner Street. They did that, as they said they were going to do following our last meeting. Also, at the last meeting, I addressed with you, V.J., a letter that we sent to you regarding some concerns with LAMP and the D-firm appeal, and as of this date, you're still not responding. Will you be sending me and the council members that requested some information from your response?
It hadn't been a priority. We've been really busy. We got a lot of things going right now, but we're waiting on some information that you requested from Dr. Saheda. So as soon as we get that information, we'll forward to you.
Thank you.
I'll also make a note. We've got a Hurricane Protection Projects Committee meeting was scheduled, but we've just had to rearrange, but in the near future. So I would assume some of that information may be relayed at that meeting.
Councilwoman Pierre, the two main issues were addressed in the letter. First was regarding the contract with Dr. Saheda. He's preparing that response, and I'll be reviewing that and sending it this week. The issues regarding the inclusion of Sunset and those gaps, our intention is to address that as a full portion of the next LAMP committee update and devoting an entire segment of that meeting to that issue, because it's a vital one and has to be addressed, not only explained to you guys, but the public, the reasons why we're going about doing LAMP the way we are. So yes, it will be addressed. Probably not in a written format, but at a full committee meeting so that it can be videoed and shown to the public.
If you could just provide that to us prior to the meeting, so that when we have the meeting, we can, ask any questions that may arise from the response.
Will do.